Hi lovelies, hope you're having a lovely blessed day. I'm really happy and grateful to unbox this preloved Christian Dior bag from Fashionphile. It's the DiorEver Flap Bag from Christian Dior in metallic calfskin and silver hardware. In the box it comes with the Fashionphile sales receipt, a cute nail file, pink and grey confetti to celebrate this joyful unboxing. It also comes with the Fashionphile white and grey dust bag. Open this up and here it is. The DiorEver Flap Bag from Christian Dior in silver metallic calfskin, and it is beautiful. The DiorEver bag was released in 2016 and it came in 3 different sizes, the mini, medium and large. This beauty is in the large size. The measurements on this one are 33.6 to 7 centimeters in length, 14.2 centimeters in height, 16.6 centimeters in width, and the handle drop is about 8.5 centimeters. Here we have the front. It's a very nice and structured bag. The side, we can see the white glazing around the edges of the bag. The back, I love the silver color and I really like how it shines light. The other side, here we have the Fashionphile tags. The first tag says snip the tag to make this beauty yours, no returns once removed. And the second tag is the Fashionphile Lifetime Guarantee Certificate of Authenticity. Then we have the bottom. It has 4 rivets or feet in silver hardware, which is great for additional protection. A close-up of the feet, we only have some fine line scratches. Then we have the corners. We have some wear on the corners, but it is a pre-loved bag already used from 2016, so it's 7 years old and has some scratches, marks and wear throughout. Here we have the top. We can see the handle opening at the top of the flap and the white leather handles. A close-up of the white leather top handles. The handles has started to darken a bit, and the white glazing on the handles has started to crack. At the front we have the signature crest-shaped Christian Dior lock, beautiful silver hardware. It's engraved Dior at the top of the lock. The crest is also magnetic. In total we have these 6 round magnetic circles in white. We have 2 located at the flap, 2 at the front of the bag, and 2 at the back of the bag. These round magnetic circles in white gives us 2 ways to wear the bag. Number 1 is with the flap at the front position, and number 2 is with the flap at the back position. Here we can see how the flap opens and closes. The magnets are really strong, and the crest in the middle is also magnetic. Can definitely feel the pull of the magnets. So these two magnets on the flap goes at the front of the bag. When we have the flap straight open like this, we can see wrinkling on the sides of the flap, but it's not that easy to spot because of the texture of the leather. So when we open this up, we have to bend the handles through the opening at the top of the flap. The stamp says Christian Dior Paris, and the two white shapes on the sides here are the base of the handles. And here we can see what it looks like when we close the flap to the back position. The magnets makes the flap stay in place. Then we have the Christian Dior storage bag in white with the elegant swan. Inside the bag we have one main compartment, two slit pockets on one side and one large slit pocket at the other side. The interior feels super soft to the touch and it is just as beautiful as the exterior. It also has this small flap inside with magnets, so it opens and closes like this. And then we have another pocket at the back, which is a really nice feature. On the side it has a three-way button. We can cinch in the sides to make it more compact, or open up to expand the bag and get more space. Here we can see how much the bag can expand. Then we have the detachable strap with 5 options to adjust the length. Close up of the strap. It is beautiful. It has white glazing on the sides and the silver buckle with CD engraved on the side. We have the lobster hook claws to attach to the bag, and this also has the initials CD engraved. The bag has these cute kind of rounded D-rings on the sides to attach the strap. And this bag can be carried by hand, in the crook of your elbow, over the shoulder, or as a crossbody, with the 2 top handles and detachable strap. This is, in my opinion, a really lovely, nice bag with so many features and functionality, more than I expected for a bag. Just by looking at the pictures, it didn't really do anything for me until I saw this bag in real life. Might be because it's silver and it just sparks a lot of joy and light. And also the great price point on this can be as low as 400 to 500 USD. In reality, this bag went way above my expectations, and I think this bag is just amazing. Let's have a look at the DiorEver Flap Bag with a flap at the back position and side buttons partly open. Our starting point is the bag with a flap at the front position, but let's open this up and secure it at the back position. The flap is closed or secured easily at the back because the magnets are quite strong. Here we have the front. It looks like a really nice tote bag. And here we have the side. The 3-way button is only closed partly, so only the back pocket is closed. And here we have the back. So when we have the flap at the back position, this is how it looks like, and it's secured by the magnetic closures. And here we have the other side. We can see how the back pocket is perfectly aligned with the bag. And here we have the top. I have added some airbags inside. When the bag is worn with the flap at the back position, this is how it looks like top down. You have a small flap inside with a magnetic closure, but otherwise you have fairly easy access to the main compartment and to the back pocket. Here we can see how much stretch there is on the side. So the three-way button makes it possible to adjust the width of the bag to some extent, and the other side. And also a cute little feature is that there are mirrors inside the buttons. We also have this small flap inside of the bag with magnetic closure. So this is what the DiorEver Flap Bag looks like, with the flap at the back position, with just the back pocket closed. Then let's have a look at the DiorEver Flap Bag with the flap at the back position and all side buttons opened. So let's first just open all the buttons on the sides. So here's what it looks like with the flap at the back position and all the buttons open. Here we have the front with the flap at the back position, the side, and we can see how much it stretches out when we have all the buttons opened. And then we have the back. And here we can also see that two of the buttons on the side have a mirror inside them. Here we can see what it looks like from the top when we have the flap at the back position and all the side buttons are opened. The back of the bag looks a bit loose. That is because the weight of the flap is now on that back side of the bag. It still is a nice feature to have. So if you need more space, there's an option to adjust on the sides. Now let's look at the DiorEver Flap Bag with the flap at the front position and all side buttons opened. So I'll just close the flap to the front position and it closes nicely. And here we have the front, the side. There isn't much of a difference, maybe a little bit to the width, but the flap kind of holds everything together. And here we have the back and the other side. Not much of a difference, just a little bit wider. Then let's look at the DiorEver Flap Bag with the flap at the back position and side buttons closed. So let's close up the side buttons. Here's what it looks like with the flap at the back position and all side buttons closed. And here we have the side. We can see how the flap is bended backwards towards the back of the flap. And here we have the back with the flap secured at the back position. And here we have the other side. We can see what it looks like when the buttons are snatched shut. and it gets this really nice structured triangle shape. And here we have the top. It looks really compact now with all the side buttons closed. So this is what the DiorEver Flap Bag looks like, with the flap at the back position and all buttons closed. Then we'll have a look at the DiorEver Flap Bag with the flap at the front position and the side buttons closed. Inside I have these airbags, so it does support the bag, so the structure is a bit more nicer than it would if the airbags were out of the bag. So here we have the front, the side, and we can see the three-way button is closed shut. And here we have the back. And then the other side, the three-way button shut, and the shape is really nice. It's like a nice triangle, but that's because of the airbags inside. And here is the top. And here is the bottom. The airbags inside fills the bag so that it looks more structured. But I would say that this is my favorite bag just because of how light it is. I didn't expect to like the bag as much as I do, and the features just adds to it and it just shines light. I'm really going to enjoy using this bag. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe if you wish to see more content like this. I look forward to seeing you all again in my next video. God bless and take care always.